support the Aquablation program here. So this is the second generation Aquablation machine that we are going to launch on Monday with Dr. Patel. And we just want to walk you guys through this quickly. It's super easy to set up, but the goal is to get you guys to be able to set it up independently, but we'll be here for every case, so we'll help you. So, as you can see now, it's just one machine. So in the past we had the ultrasound and the regular Aquablation machine. This is all integrated into one. Perfect. To start, you just plug it in. And then does anybody want to volunteer? Jenna, you want to come on up? Alright, so it's super easy. To turn it on, you're just going to press this button. And while it's loading up, this machine, so it's going to be stored like this, but this is going to come around and sit right in between the patient's legs while he's in lithotomy. And this will get its own sterile drain. So right back to you, Jenna. So the foot pedal is going to be stored right in the back of the machine. And when you plug it in, there's this red dot right up top. I can't see. You're just going to push it right into there. Perfect. So you kind of leave this here for now. We have our IV pole right here, so it's just going to flip around. You can hang that bag of saline. Beautiful. So this ultrasound probe is a little different. In the first generation it had 2 adapters. This just has the one. So if you want to grab that, come around here. So the ultrasound probe will get placed right in this spot. Perfect. And then you can plug it right into here. You push it right down, and then you'll just give it a little clip. And every time that you plug something in, the light should turn green. If it's not, that means that we may need to just restart the machine, but it should turn green. Okay. This is going to be your handpiece. So in the past, we have had the scrub techs all know you have to load the scope into the handpiece. Now everything's all integrated. Make your life a lot easier. Yep. So it'll come in that box, and the circulator's gonna peel this off, and obviously it will come better packaged than this. But there's just gonna be a plastic piece that will be sterile, so the scrub tech can just take that and just pull it right out of the box like this. And this scope right here will come preloaded into the handpiece, and it's all disposable, so it will get disposed of after the piece. So this is going to be my makeshift Mayo stand, and I'm going to go ahead and just hand Jenna some cords. So Emily, if you want to show her where to plug them in.
So now right
so this
here.
is going to be your pump cartridge latch.
So once you push that in, once it feels seated, go ahead and push that down. There you go. You heard that click. We saw the green check.
And then you can go ahead and spike that saline. Beautiful. And then this is going to be your cystoscope connection.
Right in there. That's perfect. Yep, okay. So then you can also always double check that it turned green, good to go.
Perfect. And again, this will not be all tangled, but we were playing around with it. Alright, so same as before with the Aquabeam, the circulator is always going to get the side with the arrow, and the scrub tech will keep the plain blue side. And this will come with the white piece as well.
Yeah, so this before used to be gray, now it's white. It's gonna pop right in here. So, there you go. Nice, you heard that click. Same thing, keep the tubing in and then close that guy. So our canister now lives right here, so when stored, this will be pushed in. When using the machine, it'll just slide right out. Canister will pop in there. Yeah, so you just put it right into
this
the
side's just going to go
yeah,
right into the handpiece as normal.
You can just drop the aspiration tubing into the canister. Just like that.
And then we have a drawer right here. So this is gonna store your motor pack. So, you wanna come over here. This motor pack is gonna sit right in here, just like that. Perfect. And then right in the front, you can see this attachment right here. Sorry, I'm setting you up for failure with all the cords.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Okay, so now we can see we're just missing our handpiece and our priming. So same as before, Scrub Tech's gonna use that same camera drape and just kind of stretch that hole. And we're just gonna drop the motor pack into the camera drape and pull the back end. Once the camera drape is worked around to this part of the motor pack, the Scrub Tech is then going to marry these two pieces. So you always want to make sure that this gold cord is right in the center. And you'll just push it down and forward. Perfect. And it should click right in. Now we can see our handpiece. So until we get the priming, which is our last step, it's not going to produce an image. I'm just going to throw it into here just so that I can show you guys what it's going to look like. And in the past, we've had, when we prime, this is all the way forward. We want to make sure, because the scope's integrated, that we leave it just how it comes until after we prime. So, to prime, all you're going to do is just hold down this button. I don't want to, alright, so just holding this down, you can see the air bubbles coming down through the line. Priming now, priming complete, and now it says we can start a procedure. So now we have our cysto image at the top.
So you can flip back and forth between those two.
Perfect. And this will be our ultrasound image, which we'll see a little bit better once we have the probe cover on as normal. But yes, so like Emily said, you can switch between the two. And this is actually a touch screen for the surgeon to use instead of the typical keyboard that he was using for the cases. And then that's all as far as setup. From there, the surgeon will proceed with the case as normal. Same exact procedure, same exact treatment, just a couple differences in the setup and obviously the machine. Does anybody have any questions? Should be, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Obviously, it's going to take a little getting used to this the first couple times, but it's designed to streamline the experience for you guys and make your life a lot easier.
Same bed attachments for the probe?
Yes, same attachment for the probe. Or, yeah, sorry, for the handpiece.
So we have two articulating arms that live on the bed. This is the handpiece articulating arm. It has this white attachment up top. This lives on the patient's left side, surgeon's right side. So when the patient's in lithotomy and everything is good to go, this guy right here, this white attachment, will actually lock into our handpiece so it stays stable throughout the procedure. And then Katie can show you the other one. The way you work these is you pull this trigger and all the joints become loose, so it can be maneuvered in any way. It's a standard lever that'll attach to the side of the bed rails, just like this. Loosens it, tightens it. We always want to check that it's on there nice and good before we insert into the patient.
Perfect. And then same as before, the ultrasound, so the truss articulating arm, will attach to the bed from this side. And we always want to make sure that we leave a little bit of room, so this will be closest to us, and then the stirrups will go behind the articulating arms. So it'll lock onto the bed, and then just face down like this, just so the surgeon can insert the probe. And again, just like Emily said, it locks in place just to make sure that our instruments are stable during the case. This is going to be our stepper. It's on backwards. So we always want to make sure it's rolled all the way forward, and that our cradle, which is right here, is nice and centered. So you can see on this back end right here, there's a little tracker, as there is right here. we want to make sure, I'll put my finger at the bottom right here. I want to make sure that my finger stops right where this piece does. So I'll kind of put my finger there, and then I can tighten it. So I just make sure it's nice and tight so it's not going to go anywhere. Like I said, it's all the way forward, and the cradle's rocked. And during the case, this is where the ultrasound is going to sit. Thank you. So it just slide up just like this and fit like a puzzle. Okay, perfect. This ultrasound arm will get draped non-sterilely, as it did before, and the handpiece arm will get draped by the scrub tech or the surgeon sterilely. Sweet. Thank you. And then after the case, the stepper can get stored right in this drawer right here with the motor pack.
One cool new feature on our new truss probe is there's a button on the truss probe, this gray button right here. It allows the surgeon to switch between transverse and sagittal by clicking this button. Whereas before we had to use the keypad, it was a little convoluted. Now it's a quick press of the button and he's able to switch between his two views.
Great. Great. Anyone have any questions?
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Yeah, and we'll be here if anyone wants to stay, if they have time, and
Yeah.
For those, of you
definitely
who
recommend
are, for those of you who are going to be working a lot with the machine, feel free to come on up. Even if you're not, feel free to come on up, try plugging in the components yourself.
And I just want to say, to find the hand pieces, they're going to be in the level 2 core. They're going to be right next to the other Aquabeam hand pieces as well. You can find the drapes in the same place down in SPD. Okay.